Hey everybody, I'm Just Q, and this is a paid promotion video. My slogan here is stay happy, always. So, with that being said, this game includes gacha mechanics and optional microtransactions. Please play responsibly and keep track of your spending. All in-game purchases have no real-world value. If you're under 18, get parent or guardian permission before buying anything. Have fun and play smart. Now, enjoy the video. Hey everybody, I'm Just Q, and I'm back with some more Chaos Zero Nightmare content. Today we will be talking about my Agonizing Touch Tressa build. I'm going to talk about my deck and reveal how everything works. What we will cover in this video is the main skills for Tressa, base cards, Epiphany cards, what teammate helps with this build, and that's definitely going to be Mika. So we're going to cover Mika's base cards and also Mika's Epiphany cards. We're also going to have a build showcase so you can see this whole entire build in action. And then we're also going to talk about build improvements because I believe there are some Epiphany cards that can add a great deal of value to this build. It's just obviously having to run Chaos, do multiple different runs to get all the cards together in a single run. It's just going to take some time. So I want to at least guide everyone else in the correct direction of what I'm thinking really makes a really good Agonizing Touch Tressa. Now, in terms of Tressa's base cards that we're not going to be adding any Epiphanies to, right now, it's going to be Curse Gouge, Dagger Throw, Curse, Vital Attack. These are her base cards. We're not going to be adding Epiphanies to these cards, but how they work is Curse Gouge, increasing agony stacks, so 2 agony imprint, and then also we have this damage reduction coming from the weaken that she's going to be giving to enemies, so minus 25% damage dealt to us, or to our team. Dagger Throw is going to be increasing agony stacks as well. The card art doesn't say it, so I'm hoping we get assets pretty soon from the content creators program because this card doesn't say the add to agony that the actual card does say in game. And then with Curse, this also increases agony stacks, so 1 agony there as you see on the card. And then Vital Attack, high damage but dependent on the agony stack. So all these agony stacks that we have on here, if the target is an agony plus 50% damage, so that's how that card's going to work. So they're all meshing together. But in terms of the first card that we're actually going to Epiphany, that's going to be Unsheathed Dagger. Now with Unsheathed Dagger, you have at base create 2 Shadow Daggers, and of course the Shadow Daggers will, imprint the target with 2 agony. But once we Epiphany it to Unsheathed Dagger 4, as you can see here, increases agony stacks, but here's the thing, create 2 Shadow Daggers plus 3 agony. So at base, remember, we have 2. So now when you have the plus 3, I mean, we're doing math, we're good at math, it's 5. So it's plus 5 agony to the target. So we're really increasing the amount of agony that we are putting on the target. And with the next card, Shadow Reload. Now with Shadow Reload, I have to really emphasize here, this is where the build really just takes a turn and says like, hey, I can do some damage. So Shadow Reload at base, we have the heal, and then we're also going to increase agony stacks through our advanced Shadow Dagger. That's cool. But now we're going to Epiphany it, and what's going to happen? It turns into an Outbreak of War card, which means number 1, this card starts in your hand at the beginning of the fight. And what does it say? When healed by a skill card, create 1 Shadow Dagger. Okay, so every time we heal, we get a Shadow Dagger. And remember, Shadow Daggers cost 0 AP, if you do not know. 0 AP. So we're going to be increasing agony stacks, and then we have the ability to create more Shadow Daggers passively through healing. So even when you just need to heal, you're getting a Shadow Dagger. You don't have to heal, but if you just want to throw out more Shadow Daggers and just nuke something down, guess what? You have that option now with Shadow Reload 4. It is very amazing. Now, with Mika, we have her base cards, Water Barrier, Deluge, and I hope I'm pronouncing that Deluge right. Please let me know. Water Barrier, simple heal card. As you can see, of course, with the Outbreak of War card, it will create a Shadow Dagger because it's going to be healing her. And then Deluge is an AP management through wave stacks. So obviously the more AP that you have, the more attacks that you can do. And then of course, we're only talking about 2 people. So it really does help to have AP management because whoever the 3rd person is on your team has more AP now. And of course, through Shadow Daggers, if you're using a lot of them at 0 AP, you're not really using AP. So I mean, you just have more AP to do other attacks, again, whether it be with Tressa or, again, whoever the third person is on your squad. Now, in terms of her first Epiphany card, we have Blessing of Waves. So starting at base, it's a heal card, you know, it's doing 100% heal, as you can see here, plus 30%. But again, since the heal card is going to create Shadow Dagger. Now, once we Epiphany it, it's still going to keep that retain status, which is very, very good. You can hold on to some heal cards and really start to add them up. And it ends up having the AP management through wave stacks. So we got more AP management. Still have heals, still have the creation of Shadow Daggers through healing. So again, we have more attacks, we have more AP, which still goes into more attacks. You can see how the build is starting to really snowball here. Next, Epiphany card, Source of Water. We're going to go to Source of Water 3 with this one. At base, we have a heal. Obviously, creation of Shadow Dagger, another heal card, more Shadow Daggers. And then, of course, getting more healing once we Epiphany it, so really great. And then, again, more AP management, so +1 AP, and then we're still, again, creating Shadow Dagger, so we're not losing anything. We're gaining a lot, gaining more heals, gaining more AP. And then, next Epiphany, Tactical Analysis. So, with Tactical Analysis, at base, AP management through wave stacks, already very good. Healing buff, so that means your next card, plus 50% healing for one turn, if you're throwing out a whole nother card during that same turn. And then, once we Epiphany it, AP management through wave stacks, we still have it, and we still have that healing buff. It becomes an upgrade card, so very, very good. But we get more waves. As you can see, it goes from 1 wave to 2 wave. Very, very good card here for Tactical Analysis 5. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to hop right on into the game so we can actually see this whole entire build, or at least these two characters, perform this build in action. So for our showcase, we're going to be using the Chapter 3 promotion boss, and I'm using this boss specifically because I know some people have had a problem with this boss, and I want to show them what constant or consistent damage really does with this boss. So let's hop right on into this. It's the team we're going to be using, not super high, TB numbers like a lot of other people, but hey, we're still grinding, And just as a heads up, I do keep my audio off so everybody can just focus in on the build and, nice lo-fi hip hop in the background, but pretty much just focus in on the build. So I'm going to do my rotation how I have it with Hugo, Mika, and Tressa. We're going to start with our Outbreak of War cards. And then same here with Tressa. As you can see, Outbreak of War, so when healed. And then this is, again, from the beginning of the fight. And then from this point on, we're just going to start feeding everything. So we have a targeting card for, that weaken and imprint, so we can last a little bit longer. We're going to give him some more of his stacks of Commits the Hunt. And then he draws card, and then bam, we have more skill here. So let's go ahead and use that for more Commits the Hunt stacks. And then our turn has ended. So that's what we have for our first little turn there. But our main goal here is to try to feed everything into, creating Shadow Dagger. So we have an upgrade card here. We're going to use that for waves. So we got some AP management already starting here. And let's start throwing some daggers. We got some attacks coming here. So get this going. Bam. And then as you can see, this boss is pretty much like I'm pretty much already done. I'm gonna throw that out. I mean, I know I'm gonna still take some damage here, but I mean, it's fine. It's fine. And then now, since we've taken some damage, let's first use our upgrade card for a wave. Look at that AP management. Pop me up to 3. So we got retain, more AP. We got a Shadow Dagger. So now, Shadow Dagger, regular dagger. First set done. Cool. Now this is where everything starts to shine right here. So just in case you're wondering about this boss's promotion fight, kind of dueling this is kind of like almost like a guide. This second one over here on the left, if you click or tap on it and read, for one turn, if taking at least 15% of max HP damage, becomes stunned. So you pretty much can just do that every single turn and just stun the boss. And then this one over here on the right hand side, before acting, damage taken increases by 60%. So I mean you're really going to nuke this one down, but this one's going to be attacking, as you can see. In this one, shielding, so you can see the icon right here, shielding. But this is where everything starts to shine, because now Tressa has ult. Then we also have a lot of heal cards. We also have this skill card right here. And then of course with Fixer's Approach, we're going to do more damage. We're going to go ahead and pop his Fixer's Approach. Then we're going to pop her card to create Shadow Daggers. As you can see, like I said, when we pop this card up, it says 5 Agony. Since we had that Epiphany that added that +3, so 5 Agony. But we have all of these heal cards, and we have this ultimate. So we're actually going to go ahead and click on this boss here. Start him out. Get him a little bit of agony start. We made more Shadow Daggers with that ult, of course. Then we're just going to pile it on right here. We're going to have some extra attacks coming in from Hugo. As you can see, the boss is already stunned. So this is this is pretty much the strat that I use to just get past this. And then see that one shielding, which is fine. I mean, I know we don't need to heal, but guess what? When we heal, we make Shadow Daggers. And then now we gave ourselves AP, which means guess what? I can give him more commits to hunt stacks. So this is why you need to make sure everything kind of meshes together with all your characters. And then we're just going to throw more daggers at this boss right here. More commits to hunt. And now we're going to end our turn, and guess what? That's one turn. And more skills here. Start this boss off, and now some weaken. As you can see, they do have an attack, so they're going to be doing 25% less damage to me and my team. And then I do have this one. Like I said, this is the one card I wish I had the other Epiphany for. That would be amazing. So we're just going to work with our daggers on this one. Let's go ahead and heal here for one more dagger. And then we almost one-turned both of them. I mean, honestly, as you can see, the purple right here is all the way down. I can just skip this turn here. Just ignore that box. And the boss is done. So that is how that build works. That's how Mika feeds into Tressa. And then, of course, Tressa feeding into her other teammate. In this case being Hugo. And that is how this build works. I hope you have enjoyed this showcase. These are the improvements that I believe can make this build even better. So we're going to start first with Curse 4. So with Curse 4, this becomes an Outbreak of War card once you Epiphany it, and it's going to increase our agony stacks. We're going to start now with 2 agony on all enemies at the start of the turn. So 2 agony to all enemies. And then at the start of turn, 2 agony to all enemies. So it's just going to keep giving 2 agony, 2 agony, 2 agony, plus what we're going to be giving to it with Shadow Daggers. And then also maybe if you have another person on your team, another combatant, because there is a piece of gear that I've seen in Chaos that actually adds agony to the enemy as well when you use a targeting attack. So again, even more agony stacks. But this actually now skyrockets Vital Attack 5. So with Vital Attack 5, 150% times 3 damage plus 10% damage per target's agony. So we've had the Shadow Daggers be upgraded to +3 agony. Remember at base they were 2, so now they're 5. I mean, the agony stacks are just flying all over the place. So I believe once you get Vital Attack 5 with this whole entire build the way I have it here, Vital Attack 5 is really going to be able to shine, especially if you have like upwards of 10 to 15, maybe 20. I mean, who knows how many stacks you can get, especially on a boss that has a decent amount of health, and then you draw a Vital Attack 5 card. I mean, especially if you have it replicate, that'd be crazy. And the next thing you know, 20 stacks. That's crazy. I mean, it doesn't even say it has a limit. It doesn't say where it stops at. It just says per target's agony. Vital Attack 5 is going to do an insane amount of damage. But I want to know what you think. Like, what do you think about the build, at least so far, where I have it? What do you think about all the cards that I presented? And I truly want to just say thank you for watching the video, because this has been an amazing feeling, just like being able to make content, go through different strategies. I mean, so far, I'm really still liking the game. So I'm just taking it kind of moderately slow. I haven't been doing like max refreshes or anything like that every single day, but please let me know what you think about all these builds. You know, do you have any ideas that probably can make it better? I mean, even constructive criticism. We're all here to have some fun, you know? So, hey, that's all I want to say. But I hope you're having a great day, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. And remember, when you're here, stay happy always. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.